Doesn't even matter. I need water. Let's talk about streaming on YouTube.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, Johnny Lemons!
As you know, I moved over to YouTube full-time for content and live streaming. And I'll tell you what, there's a few things that I think everyone should know about before they stream or put content on YouTube. I know that there is a ton of other videos that explain this and have given lots of great pointers, like Harris Heller's video right here, and a couple others, but here's just a very candid rundown of what to expect for the people who don't like really structured videos, because not a very structured person by any means. First things first, moving over from Twitch to YouTube was daunting, mostly because I knew that it was going to be a little weird having my community move from one platform to another platform. Something to think about. I knew the numbers were going to be lower. I knew that it was kind of going to feel like I started from zero, which is not true, by the way, because your community will always be there for you if you've created something really great. But if there's one thing that I can point out in the beginning, the very first thing would be, it's gonna feel weird. And here's why. One, yes, it's a totally different UI than Twitch, right? Normally on Twitch, you would just click going live, right? And it would just broadcast to their platform, and there you go. And then you do the things where you announce that you're live. With YouTube, there's one extra step you have to take, or two actually, that you have to take when streaming on YouTube. The first thing is that when you live stream on YouTube, you have to build out the information like a YouTube video. And what I mean by that is you have a thumbnail, you have a description, all that stuff, and you set that up ahead of time, right? You can also schedule your streams, which I actually think is really nice, so that your community knows when you're going live and they can set a reminder on YouTube for that. But yes, that can be a little tricky to learn in the beginning. I would highly suggest scheduling. You don't have to do that, you can do whatever you want. But the second thing is that when you do stream with like OBS or slobs or something like that, you have to broadcast to YouTube first, and then you have to click going live on YouTube. That was a little strange for me at first, I'm not gonna lie. But that is something to consider if you're going to stream on YouTube. The second thing is that chat is gonna feel weird. You don't have emotes like Better TTV or Franker Faces, right? There is a Chrome extension called Emotesly. I'll put it right here. I did find that out from DrLupo. That is something that works really well for YouTube right now. It essentially just gives you a basic database of the Better TTV emotes that you can use in or see in YouTube chat. I think it's really handy. I use it a lot when I watch live streams on YouTube, so you can see the lol W, the kek W, and all that other stuff, which makes it fun. It also colors everyone's names in chat as well, which is pretty nice, and you can hide profile pictures. You can do a couple other things. Pretty simple, but chat will feel weird, right? Because again, it's YouTube. It's not Twitch. Everyone is accustomed to using Twitch for live streaming and live streaming only, whereas YouTube is now in a position where they're trying to put more live streaming into their main content areas, right? But yeah, just expect that, and that's okay, right? It's gonna feel different. It's gonna all be different, right? Another thing to consider is that it's gonna be hard the first couple of streams. I've been streaming on YouTube maybe a couple days now. At the time of recording this video, I've streamed twice. When it releases, I will have streamed like a week's worth of content. And I'll tell you this much, it's really daunting. Seeing your numbers drop like that is a terrifying thing, especially as a small creator. It's gonna be kind of scary watching your numbers drop like that. There is obviously a lesser margin for monetization on Twitch, so it's really nice that you can make that couple $100 with your subscriptions, etc. But with YouTube, obviously with the partner program, you gotta work your way to it, right? 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. A little bit of a daunting task, but not impossible, to be totally honest with you. But yeah, it's gonna take a mental toll on you. It did on me, and I will tell you this much as I want to keep thinking about numbers and making sure that they are where they're supposed to be, realistically, I can't ever control that. And that's something that I'm learning to let go, and maybe that's something you need to learn too, but I won't speak for you. I will say this, if you're choosing to do this because you feel like it's the right move, then do it. You make the choice, no one else. And that's something that you just have to stick with, right? I believe in a better platform and a better ability for content, and a platform that is willing to kind of give you room to grow. And that's why I moved to YouTube. Not that I don't like Twitch. Obviously, it's a great live streaming platform and I appreciate it quite a bit. But there's something about YouTube, for me specifically, that makes more sense. For you, that might not be the case, and that's okay. But some other things to note as well. If you obviously are below the 1,000 subscriber mark in the 4,000 watch hours, I would highly recommend using something like Fanhouse or Patreon or anything of that caliber if you are trying to not maybe lose some of that monetization, because I get it, we all have money things going on, and maybe you were doing Twitch full time but you weren't a partner, but you were making good money that way, etc., etc. I would highly recommend using one of those things. It really helps quite a bit, even if it's a few people. And I would say Fanhouse is a big one because they do only take 10% of the subscriptions on there, which is huge. But consider using something like that to give that extra, if you want to continue monthly subbing until we have memberships, please use these ones, right? Otherwise, I hope this helps a little bit. I'm trying to be kind of transparent, and I don't do rant videos very often, so please bear with me on this. I'm trying new things as I move into content full time, but hit the like button, drop a subscribe if you appreciate this video and would like more stuff like this. And just know that I'm grateful that you're even sitting here watching this. But happy streaming, happy content creation, and most of all, have a great day.